All right, doing an impromptu live broadcast or going live. I'm not going to be able to do it on normal time on Sunday, so I just wanted to make an announcement so that way you guys, that follow it, will see this. And no, we got some things to do. So we got some exciting things going on, some new firearms. Uh, and a whole array of videos working with them. Also, I was making my videos on uh, buying milsurp at auctions, and lo and behold, I was returning that wonderful Sporterite Springfield to its owner. I found him a scope mount to have mounted on there. Uh, and somebody said, "Hey, look on Facebook. There's this big gun auction." And there's an auction company. It's local. It does a lot of state and land auctions, like when someone passes away and they auction off farms. I remember seeing his advertisements. But there's a gun auction. There's some interesting things in there. I think there's an original P38 Luger, a couple, I think a P1 and a couple of the post-war police P38s, a whole assortment of handguns. The old Smith and Wesson, um, the HK handgun. I think some little Caltex, some other small guns, and then several AR-15s, which always brings in a crowd. And some of them are quite fancy. I think there's a Colt in there. Assortment of a lot of knives and weird stuff. It's one of these things. And see, like I was telling you fellas, what I'll do is go down there. I think there's a Springfield '03 in there and two or three 45s, World War II issue. And then things, whenever they put it local, I mean, the people come in there and they go heavy. And I want to see if the stuff is holding its value. Okay, that's another thing. I want to see if people are really paying for this stuff. Okay, because I know some local collectors. I know some fellas there. They lay down some money for something they want. Okay, I kind of wouldn't, but if that's what you're into, man, you know, there you go. Got some range time in this week. Now it's going to get cold again, but I might get out next week. Um, Tried that 5.7 pistol I was talking about. And it's different. So we're going to do some videos on that. Um, Picked up a few items. Going to do some videos and ask some questions on that. I'm going to talk about head spacing guns and the questions there. So there's going to be some interesting topics coming up here when I get going. I got to start. Hopefully, it'll get warm enough where I can reload. I got a lot of reloading for my own personal use that I have to get caught up on. And another thing in this auction, they also got ammo and that broken into lots. Basically, some handgun calibers, but there's some larger lots of 7.62 by 39 and what's the other one? 5.45 by 39. I guess he had some sort of AK 74 type weapon. Um, and I'm going to see how that holds up in an auction. I know I ain't paying whatever the hell the current price because I think it's $400 for 1,000 rounds of the foreign steel cased 7.62 by 39. $400 case or something. Say 450. you're looking at 45 cents a round or something, about half, you know, which for steel cased ammo, that's crazy. But I'll see. I'll see if it holds up. I'll see if people go crazy and pay, you know, 45 cents a round or something. And that's where, this is where I'll give you guys some pointers. When you're going to something like this, you bring a bore light. I had, what the hell do we do here? I kind of lost it. There we go. Got it back. I hit something and it all shrunk. You bring a notepad, okay, and a pen that works, and you go through because like this guy here, 1 hour before they start the auction, you can come and examine the stuff. This is a good thing. I told you, in one auction company where they hide the guns, you know, they had everything. They had furniture, old radios, TVs, this and that. It was a whole assortment of stuff. And then at one point in time, usually around 11 or noon, they bring out the guns. And there was stuff there that was interesting, but I couldn't handle it. They're just picking it up from this, you know. So, notepad, pen, bore light, and they usually give you a listing, these small places of the lots. So your lot number, you find your lot number, keep track of it, check the bores. You know, handle the weapon, see if it's right or screwed up or rusted. Um, you know, and then like with the ammunition lots, count the boxes, make notes, and then while you're waiting, sit down and calculate how much ammo's there, how much is it worth, what's the retail value, and do your math, and then you bid to something you feel comfortable with. There is an art into running bids, okay. But I'm going to be tied up probably all day in this auction, just checking it out, and I'll make a video discussing it. You know what I seen, what prices are going for. And like I said, it's places like this, you know, everybody might be in there to jump on that Luger, jump on the 45s, the ARs, and then you may have like another foreign Mauser bolt action rifle that you can pick up fairly cheap if there isn't someone in there zeroing in on it, you know. I'm curious to what that Springfield '03 would go for. And I'm going to check the bore and, you know, see what it does. Hey, how's it going, man? Uh, yeah, so I'm glad some of you guys are showing up. So, you know, I'm not going to be doing anything Sunday because I'm taking all day Saturday to do this. And then I have to shift all my Saturday stuff to Sunday. And it's going to be, you know, all through the morning and the afternoon. I have to do my weekly Cobra things with the missus. So, yeah, I just wanted to get out that way. Hopefully, people will see this and not be sending me a ton of emails asking me, hey, why don't you go live? What's the problem? Or whatever, you know. Try to give you guys a heads up. We do get a good turnout. We get about 40 people show up on and off, and a lot of people that I communicate with, uh, you know, personally. Thank you. You know, a lot of these fellas do go to church. Okay, I don't hold that against nobody. Um, but a lot of people do go to services at that time that I do the broadcast. You know, I'm kind of sorry about that. I might mix it up and do more. But thank you, man. I hope you got everything and everything's cool. You know, like you know, with this last thing we did. Um, but yeah, you know, this is where you don't know. And some of the biggest scores I've ever had is going to some hokey thing like this at the last minute and go in there. And I don't know if the guy's going to slip in stuff that hasn't been listed. A lot of times they do that. You know, other gun shops or people come and go, hey, man, throw this in. And they'll add this extra stuff in there that nobody's expecting. And like I said, I scored on Chilean naval rifle and that Finnish Civil Guard thing. Uh, you know, I didn't even know what it was. I knew it wasn't a standard Mosin, and the bores with the corrosive ammo, the bore ain't perfect, but the thing shoots good. I'd drag that out and shoot it again. Good. I'm glad it worked out for you. And thanks. I'm liquidating that stuff. I'm getting to the end of the tunnel with that. Uh, and I picked up the one Hawken, and I had to go settle up with him, and who knows what else he has there. I'm just gonna take in trade other than cash. But yeah, so we'll see, and you never know. Okay, and it's like that. It's like these last minute things, or some guy goes, "Hey man," he follows auctions because he collects something, toys or some stuff, and he goes, "Hey, there's this auction. This guy's got all these guns," and you know, sometimes it's cool, and sometimes, like when they're doing an estate or household, it's like there's nothing really valuable there. There's some 22s, a couple Mossberg pump shotguns that are old, and some the little break action shotguns, and and really ain't worth the trip out there. This last auction I was at, the rifle been marked rechambered. What was that? Old military gun? It had to be. Uh, yeah, I mean that's why when you go to this, if you see something and it's weird, you just leave it the hell alone. You know, like I went to that one auction and they had these guns. There were some military guns. It was I forget what model it was. It was the Japanese carbine, a real clunky one. Uh, oh yeah, that was if that was one of them post-war jobs, they're okay. All right. I mean, I wouldn't shoot a full load 8 millimeter out of it, but yeah, they were rechambered or redone, but it should be marked. You should be able to look at the thing and see with the S or something or the markings, and it should be marked 7 point on the rear sight, uh, whatever the German marking is. See, that's where you got to know what the hell you're looking at. But you got to watch too. I had that Dutch carbine, man. It was meant to they rechambered it to some damn thing. You know, uh, that wasn't the 6.5 Dutch, and that was a shame because that would have been a beautiful gun for the collection. I would have kept that. But I got the long rifle that Steyr made, the early contract one, and that thing shoots. I got a load. That thing shoots beautifully. I should take that out on a nice relaxing day and shoot at the range. But yeah, you gotta know what the hell you're looking at. Now, like I said, sometimes I bought stuff by mistake or not knowing. It was just going real low. Nobody in the room knew what the hell it was, so it's been all right. What's that? What shoots? The Dutch rifle? The thing is, the Steyr, yeah. Um, it shoots nice, okay, because a lot of times you find them. I found some of them people shot corrosive ammo in them. I had one years ago. I ended up selling it, but it came with the German steel cased ammo. And somebody shot it and didn't clean it and cleaned the bore out, and the bullets would tumble. So they screwed the bore up, or maybe it came that way. I don't know. You because usually when they're dark and the corrosive ammo, there's something guys told me that can strip that out of there. But when you strip all that out, it opens the damn bore up so much, and it's still pitted that the guns don't shoot worth a damn. So it's tough to find a lot of them. And I found there's a lot of Mosin Nagants out there that people shot, that cheap ammo that's corrosive and never cleaned them. And I see a bunch of them in these auctions that where they're honest. They all of them said the bores are dark, the bores have corrosion in them or whatever. So yeah, I mean there's probably a lot of them that were somewhat in mint shape. I can't remember. Most of the ones I bought when I was buying a whole bunch of them and examining the bores, none of them were really pitted or nothing. I think they would have replaced the barrels or didn't rework them. And that's what it is. They counterbore a lot of them because they were damaged on the end, but that's no big deal. But a lot of these guns, I believe, have been ruined because people just don't clean their guns. It's like I said, them roller locks, it set me out. Okay, I got a light down in there, and you can see there's all this residue, and it's just normal U.S. military ammo, all inside the receiver, the mag well. I had to go in there. It took me 20 minutes to clean that gun, to clean it right. And if you don't clean that crap out, it just builds up in there until the gun don't work no more. And you're wondering, oh, it's a piece of junk. Um, and I've seen that. I've seen a lot of things get ruined because people, and all you got to do is use black powder solvent, or Dixie Gun Works sold this solution. You got to mix it in a pitcher. I got glassware out there. I poured it in a little bottles. I went on Amazon, got little plastic bottles, and it turns into this blue liquid. And they guarantee that this neutralizes any salts from corrosive ammo or something, whatever it does. It's some kind of solution they make. And I've used it, and I've never ruined a bore. I've shot corrosive ammo. The old fulminated mercury, like in the Hungarian 8x56, those cartridges from they have they'll go off. The ammunition works and it will shoot. But no matter what you do, that fulminated mercury will rot the bore out of that rifle. Okay, it'll screw it up. Simple as that. Yeah, so it looks like everybody big wave come in, big wave's leaving. So I made my announcement. I'm gonna go relax on the porch with my wife. So I'll be gone from her all day tomorrow and wait for the sun to go down, my little pets to show up and check on my well-being. All right, guys, thanks for showing up. And when you guys see this, I'm not going to be around Sunday, so I'm trying to tell people that so I don't get about 50 emails asking me what's wrong. Yeah, and you showed up right when I was about ready to leave, Rodney. I've been busy, tied up, not going to have the live on Sunday. I got some things to do this weekend, but you can catch it. All right, guys. I got to get going, and I will see you hopefully the Sunday after the Sunday. We'll be back on our regular schedule. Yeah, thanks, Rudy.